I never know how to begin these. I am so bad with intros. Ever since I started the free to play, I have been honed in more on the story this time around. The first time I played with my main account, I wasn't really observing as much, and then it got to I think Lahai Roy when Lene popped in that I was like, "Ooh, okay, I like the art direction. I like how everything is going. I'm gonna pay attention to the story from here," and that's kind of how things went. So with this time around, I noticed something very, very early on, and I will show what it is. That piece of dialogue, very early on, immediately got me intrigued because of what happens later on. So I started focusing more on the story, and then I started focusing more on the choices that not only the person in charge of editing everything together, but also on how the characters have been delivering their dialogue. And with my background in film acting slash TV, and with some of the stuff that I've done with roles, however, I'll throw some examples up. Yeah, with those, I wanted to pick a scene that has probably now become one of my favorites, where it used to be for Lova's scene with her quest, but this one has tugged my heart in more ways than I could have imagined. And now there is going to be a lot of pausing in this. I am not sorry, but when it comes to various scenes and stuff, I will go frame by frame and study faces, the mannerisms, the way that the dialogue is presented, delivered, the cadence, the inflection, where the eyes look, how the shots are put together, etc. And I'm already going to say that with this first one, the POV shot immediately, and what the POV shot means. Let's say, for example, I take a camera. The character slash rover in this spot right now is not actually in the scene itself. The reason I say that is because we take the camera as rover and are going up with it to give us the eyes of said character. So right now we are technically Rover himself looking through his eyes, going up and seeing Chisa. And then this shot right here, this shit impressed me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, okay, it will. We start off with a wide shot, and then it cuts to a close up. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to let me actually. Oh, it's not going to let me. Okay. Cuts, there's a little bit of a blurriness because that hides a cut. And then she sees Rover. This shot right here, with a bit of a blurriness in the background, gives it the bokeh, puts her in the frame. And I'll get into like focus pulling and all that later on because there is some of that used. But in the rule of threes, usually there is the little box or whatever on the shot itself. Top right is where her eye line is. It's looking directly at Rover. Smirk that she does with the head tilting in a certain way shows that she's happy to see him, and it's so beautiful. This part right here made me laugh a little bit because with every single romance that I have studied, all romance films along with a lot of romance books, because I had to go into that when I was studying for a different role, the music is a huge key, and music is so impactful and so important. There is one scene that I'm going to showcase right now, and a lot of you might know where I'm going with this. Piano. Is this her or my 50-50? Oh my, yeah, let's go.
Shorekeeper. This name suits me well enough. It aligns with my purpose and drive. They only exist because of you.
I actually won the 50-50. What the fuck? Oh my god. Holy okay. Oh, thank God. I'm so happy. Holy shit. Piano music pulls the heartstrings. Piano is huge. It drives emotion. You add that with doves, and I'm assuming these are doves. But then you have the light in the background, making this the brightest spot in the scene. And then you have this yellow line, which is what we call leading lines in photography. At least that's what my professor taught me. The leading lines going all the way to where where Kuro wants us to see, and that's Chisa. Some people may have looked at the sun immediately, with the doves flying over there, hitting the sun, coming back to Chisa. And then with her, oh my lord, it's so good. It's so good. Some may have missed her doing that little movement, but some may have looked immediately at her because she's a cute one in the shot with her back, with her arms behind her back, giving that like innocent glow. It's also allowing Rover to know, okay, it's time. It's okay to like approach her.
Nice way.
And then what she did there with the dialogue too. Let's see if I can. You'll see that there is absolutely no dialogue at all for a few beats, and a few beats are a few pauses before it breaks apart. Rover is glancing at her. She is content. She's happy. She's comfortable. She's looking out, and she's trying to give a beat of what to say. It's
today. Rare to see a sunset like this. If Samiko were here, she'd...
The double shot, the two, some people call it a twofer, some people call it, it's not necessarily dirty framing, but it's a wide shot with both characters looking out, reminiscing.
Probably capture this moment in one of her ambers.
And then the way that dialogue rolls off, it's so soft. It's in terms of tactics are the way to deliver a piece of dialogue. For example, let's say you are going after TOA and things aren't going right. You're getting very upset, and that anger, frustration carries over with what you're saying, like, God damn it. It depends on how you're saying it, etc. And then I'm going to pause it exactly. All right. This impressed the fuck out of me when I was watching it, because before doing this, I spent a lot of time just yapping about different shot techniques and everything. But right now, right here, the background behind these two, you can see it in frame. You're looking all over the place. You see everything around. These two are basically center frame. The composition is beautiful. He's glancing at Chisa. Rover's wondering what's going on, if she's all right, if everything is going well. She's content. She's in her own space. You can tell by the way that she's glancing up at the sky, like reminiscing about everything, reminiscing about Samika, all that kind of stuff. But then what they do in this shot is they put focus directly on these two, which is called focus pulling, where they blur other parts of the shot, making you focus on what they're wanting you to. The background is blurry, giving it that bit of a bokeh, putting everything, the attention on these two.
No.
And then the way that she says no, I know that most people aren't going to pick up on that, but it's more of a playful thing. And she just does that, and then
what could possibly cause a sunset so unusual.
And now I don't know if I'm going to be able to showcase it very much, but
no.
keep an eye on how her face is moving, the direction, and then it cuts at a very specific time. Whoever cut this together or edited it in the game, they cut on movement, which is what I like.
To invent.
Like right now, her face is downwards with the way that she's delivering the lines. The lines are carrying her movement. It gives meaning to what she's delivering.
Investigate what could
Her line, she's still glancing down.
possibly cause a sunset.
Her face is starting to move up just a bit.
That's so unusual.
And then it cuts directly to the focus point of her moving up. And then it's a POV shot of her looking out over the city. Everything is in focus. But the way that she delivers the line, it kind of counteracts it. It's quite nice.
See that child by the signpost?
She's glancing down. We can't see what she's talking about.
By the signpost?
They're both looking down, actually. And then this is what you would call like an insert shot or an over the shoulder. Well, it's kind of like a dirty over the shoulder because they both are there. Over the shoulder, you usually have the camera with the shoulder part right there looking over. That fucking, the eye movement there is funny.
That's the 7th time I've seen him.
I know I'm pausing a lot. I don't care. I'm not sorry. The way that she says 7th is so nice because she puts so much emphasis on that. It's a choice in the way that she delivers the line. Because when we are when you go into school to study acting or study the craft, you get taught something called choices, and you also get something taught. You also get taught something like memorize to forget, which is knowing your dialogue so well that you can say what it is without thinking about it. I can study a script for 300 plus hours to where I know the content, I know the material so well that I can just say it without even thinking about it. The way that she says 7th just shows that the voice actor studied the script so well that, see if I can move it back a little bit.
That's the 7th time I've seen him fall there.
Along with the movement just there, like reminiscing, constantly going over this over and over again. Like, is that boy going to change? Is he going to do something else? It's the subtext of what's being said.
The cashier keeps wiping a stain that isn't there. The walls are barely standing, but her uniform is spotless.
The way that the word spotless, and you'll be able to probably pick up on a lot of these now that I pointed it out a little bit. The way that spotless is said, it's, I got to hear it again.
Her uniform is spotless.
Like shocked, surprised, just in awe.
Just like it was. The vending machine is due for restocking, with soda bottles that are already decades old.
I'm going to point it out again.
Soda bottles that are already,
and then
decades old.
Decades old. It's put like it's a matter of fact, to be precise, to be factual. Bottles that are already decades old. And then that focus pull right there, the cat right there, was not in focus. Everything is blurry. She's in thought. She gets the thought of the cat. She glances over. The cat goes into frame.
That cat has been lying there for 2 months, maybe longer.
The 3 dots in a script is to give a different thought. It's a beat, basically. You say one thing, you take a second, and then you have the thought before saying something else.
I've only known it for 2.
Middle school students are still taking photos of the sky. One that is now torn apart by resonance cords. But in their eye, it's still clouds, birds, rainbows, the perfect sky of that single day.
I have nothing really to say. I just love how they animated the facial animation, and that does not make sense. I don't care. I'm keeping it in. But everything is so soft, and that is because of the lighting and the way that the camera is placed. It's just beautiful. And then the little tear ducts, those things will move to like indicate how she's feeling.
The store keeps playing pop songs from the last century. The window that never shut all the way is still stuck at the notch it was left on years ago.
Wait, wait. I didn't even catch this the first time. See, this is why I study scenes multiple times, frame by frame, in like movies and stuff, because you pick up on things that you didn't notice before.
The last century. The window that never shut.
So right here, this building is in frame. The light is hitting it. So that's where your eye immediately gets drawn to, because it is slightly the most vibrant part of the screen, even if it doesn't feel like it is. And then
All the way is.
The camera slightly moves to the right. And then you have these things in the sky moving towards us. It's moving towards the camera. It's on the right
still
side.
Stuck at the notch it was left on.
It's still moving. It's still moving.
Years ago.
And then it cuts to Rover on the giving him this part of the screen, which is the composition, a lot of stuff to the left side, which is called the thirds. And it moves on, it moves with movement, if that makes any sense. This part, you see this, and then boom, it cuts to him looking at Chisa. It's so beautiful. It cuts on movement. I love that. It's stuff that we get taught in editing, because I had to go through studying the acting portion. I had to go through studying the directing portion, the editing portion, sound design, production design, how just like everything. And just seeing that in a fucking gacha game is it's beautiful. Like, and I'm going to objectively keep it on this game and not focus on any other game, because I haven't really seen it in other games. But yeah, but it's just it's beautiful.
They've all been left behind in the past.
And then the way that she says in the past, it's cutting through its very rigid sadness. And that also just gets showcased more by the way that the camera is shot, the way that her head is tilting downwards just a little bit. And just, it's beautiful.
As for me.
And how the eyes are moving, the little tear ducts, how they're moving up and down, they just showcase how she's feeling.
I'm starting to forget what day it is today.
Wait, I didn't notice this either. Holy fuck. This line, there's a little bit of a beat right there, along with the rest of the line. Starting to forget what day it is today, how she said that, looking up at the sky, but then everything around her is almost empty. This has basically a double meaning. Like, that, holy fuck, that, I didn't notice that until now. That's wild.
This kind of life.
Oh, wait, that part right there. Ooh, that's a cool shot. Camera is focusing on the shadows. Rover, it's mainly focusing on Rover because he's turning around, and then it does a fucking match cut right here with the light, this little rainbow right here. Some people may have immediately glanced towards this part. Some people over at the sun, because that's how the composition is, but the little light beam going across, showcasing these two right in the middle of the frame. Oh, I don't know if it was probably intentional, but leading lines, and the leading lines, you look at the line on the ground and it follows to these two.
If life almost feels like
What did I choose here? I forget. Frame within a frame. Holy shit. Now, what I mean by frame within a frame, you have the regular frame itself. And there's also a slight haircut, which is cutting off part of the head. But then you have the sun right here with the line going down and the line going across, which is another frame. And her eyes are in the top right. Holy damn. Okay. And then the way that she looks right here, it's almost like as if she's surprised, taken back. The mouth is kind of in awe, but her eyes are telling a whole different story. Like Rover acknowledges something that she has never thought of, which, well, I mean, interesting analogy.
Interesting analogy.
And then the cameras zoom in. Oh my God. They kept it with the inside of the, that's so fucking good. Kept it inside of the frame right here. Head tilting down just a little bit. Like being accepting. Like,
When I was little, I once lost an entire holiday's worth of homework I'd worked really hard on. My parents and teachers didn't scold me, but I still felt terrible about it for a long time. Now I always save my work the second I finish it.
is she, oh, she's, okay, she's sitting down. I was like, wait, how the fuck is she floating?
I think it's kind of like an unanswered call.
Hold on, how many?
I think it's kind of like
One, there's like 3 seconds. It's like 2 or 3 seconds in there of a pause. Because it's a beat of her thought process going into it before she realizes what she wants to say. And then she moves her head over to give the exact answer.
unanswered call. My parents were always busy.
Another frame within her frame, you have her talking about the family or the parents. With the kid right there, center frame, you have the foreground, which is, I'm assuming it's the fence. The main ground, which is either the flowers or the family, and then the background. Because every single shot that you do when it comes to either a film, like an episode of a TV show, you have 3 elements on the frame.
Whenever I missed them, I'd try calling,
And then the zoom
but
in.
most of the time, they couldn't answer, even when they did.
I see what, okay, I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing. Most of the time, they could, whenever I miss them, I try calling. It was, hold on.
They couldn't answer, even when they did.
Did they do what I think they did?
Missed them. I'd try calling,
I try calling, and then it cuts to a small girl in a photo booth looking at the
but
phone.
most of the time, they couldn't answer.
Most of the time, they couldn't answer. So they do edit it on different like wordings. That's the best way that I can describe it. You edit a shot with what's being said.
Even when they did, we never had much to say.
Even when they did, we never had much to say. They cut towards the family with the bench and this family in the actual like foreground element of everything. No, I see.
After I became a resident,
Okay, Dutch angle. Dutch angle, you see this a lot in like horror films. Now, we were taught, I say we, but I, with a lot of the other people that I went to school with for editing, we were taught that you don't use a Dutch angle all the time. But if you do use it, it needs to be impactful. It needs to be meaningful. It needs to fit. A Dutch angle is when the frame is off of its axis. You have it tilted just slightly a bit. Like, for example, let's say you have the camera and you tilt it just ever so slightly. What that gives, or what that does for the character, it showcases how they feel emotionally: uneasy, anxious, like sometimes even scared, or like just kind of like tense in different circumstances. But they went a step further. They backlit the characters. Yes, Rover is backlit with the light from the sky, but Chisa is the main focus because of everything that's being said. She's the main one in the frame, almost center stage, but not really. But what gives me that impression is the leading lines. Leading lines in terms of photography, like I probably said it a bit earlier. You want the viewer, or you want to manipulate the viewer to look where you want them to look. This line right here is mid-frame. You are following it. You may glance over there, but it doesn't feel natural to do that. You'll look you'll look where the line is following it, and it goes to where Chisa is. It's very subconscious, very subtle, but when you see it, you might start looking for it elsewhere. And I just think it's beautiful that they combined a Dutch angle with leading lines, and it's actually done so fucking well.
And was
And then you have the zoom in, which does it even further.
placed under supervision. Those chances became even rarer. I think
Now, wait. I don't know if this is... Holy oak.
rarer. I think
Ah, damn it. That's clever. That's clever. The way that the leaf fell right here, now it might not show any impact at all, but the way that this part of the leaf is lower to the ground and it goes up, it's like leading towards her. Like she started from right here, and right now she's about over here because she's accepting.
rarer. I think the things people said about me ended up putting a lot of pressure on them too.
That's so good. That is so good. The way that she said that.
Putting a lot of pressure on them too.
There's a lot of even pressure on the way that the word pressure is delivered. It's a choice that the voice actress has either the voice actress that made that decision to deliver the line that way, or it was the director, and the director is what gives you direction on how to say certain things, or how the shot should go, etc. The scene, yada yada. And how her, like, just the expression that she gives is looking down in defeat. Like she's accepted everything.
In my hometown, resonators.
There's a focus pull.
In my hometown,
Rover is slightly out of focus. Chisa is in focus. Now imagine there's somebody by a camera, like recording everything, right? There's somebody with a piece of equipment that is turning a knob to not only take the focus from Rover out, like, oh God. Imagine there is somebody over by the cameraman with a piece of equipment, and they are turning a dial. Right now, Rover is out of focus. Slightly going back into focus because the person is turning the dial.
Resonators aren't really accepted.
And then takes her out of focus, puts all the focus on him. Now I'm going to rewind it just a little bit more to like let it play out, but there's imagine somebody twisting a nab, and I've seen it on sets a few times where somebody is doing a focus pull.
Putting a lot of pressure on them too. In my hometown, resonators aren't really accepted.
Because they want you to look at what the person is feeling, especially Rover. Like,
Someone who can't control their abilities is like
my god, wait. I didn't catch that the first time. Hold on.
In my hometown, resonators aren't really accepted.
Closes his eyes, like it's hard for him to hear this. It's hard for us to be able to like listen to this because it's like listening to this and being in disbelief of what's going on.
Someone
Closes
who
the
can't
eyes, opens his eyes, looks directly at the collar,
control their
looks directly at here. This is what you would call an insert shot because it's pointing at the direction of what the character is looking at.
abilities is like a ticking time bomb.
And then the ticking time bomb is when the camera starts slowly, holy fuck, starts going up towards her. Holy.
Feared and resented.
Feared and resented. And then her eyes open up. Like, there is so much here. It's so subtle, but the camera is telling everything. And then the animation with the eyes and the facial, like, maneuver, like, I'm not making any sense with this, but whatever. I don't care.
I didn't want my parents. And then she turns over to look at Rover while also slightly squeezing the eyes because she wants to be accepted, but she's also worried that if she says anything more, she won't be accepted. Suffer because of me. So I thought.
Wait. Hold on.
I didn't want my parents to suffer.
Okay, the way that her face is in that spot.
Because of me.
Eyes, and he does a chameleon effect. Chameleon effect is usually something with psychology when it comes to being interested in somebody, and then it gets to a point where you start mimicking what they do. Her face and her eyes are he's almost matching exactly what she's doing.
I thought maybe if I stayed away.
Wait, do they do it? Wait. Is that a J cut?
So I thought.
They do reaction shots? What the fuck? Hold on.
Because of me. So I thought maybe if I stayed away.
They do reaction shots. This is something that I look for in different movies, different shows. Reaction shots are so important. I can't begin to describe how irritating it is to watch something when the editor cuts on the person talking constantly, puts them in the frame. They don't allow whoever else on the screen to not. The best way that I can describe this.
Because of me. So
she's talking right now. She's not on screen. It's Rover listening, reacting to what she's saying.
I thought
she hasn't been on screen for a little bit now.
Maybe if I stayed away.
And then it cuts back to her. That's the kind of shit that I like. That's okay. That's beautiful.
They wouldn't have to deal with the looks.
And then the way that she is delivering that line wouldn't have to deal with the looks. While glancing down, mouth slightly open, and then the little tear ducts in the eyes moving up and down because it showcases that she's like, you know, I don't even have to say, you can, yeah.
Or the whispers.
Words of whispers, closing the eyes, disbelief, sadness. And then the camera, the cut down to the feet, because that's where she's looking, and cuts on movement.
I can't say we're very close.
Wait.
I can't say we're very close.
There's, oh my. Okay, hold on. I
can't say we're very close.
It's a whisper. It's saying something that she hasn't really said to anybody. It's like this is the first time she's saying this. It's a choice because she's comfortable with him, close to him. And then the way that she's walking, it's like it's pacing. You say things that you're not comfortable with saying or like haven't really said very much, and then you start pacing. It's like pacing back and forth. It's that nervous type of walk when you're saying something you haven't said much.
I can't say we're very close. It's not that I hate them.
And then glancing down when you are saying it because you are like unsure of what you're wanting to say at the moment, saying something to somebody that you're like interested in slash falling for, and like just trying to like opening up.
Things were just...
And then oh my god, and then the POV.
It's not that I hate them.
Glancing down at the ground while saying it.
Things were just...
POV off of movement.
It's not that I hate them. Things were just ordinary.
And then what? Love cats.
They had their jobs.
And then cutting again on the feet, on the movement. And yet I'm not a feet guy. I don't like feet, but I can respect this. I can respect the decision, but the way it, and yes, I'm not sorry for pausing so much, but
I had school. We hardly spent time together.
another Kuro. I love y'all. So thank you for the reaction shots. I love this shit because it's like you take the action from whoever's speaking, you let them speak, but off camera, and put another actor or another character in frame, listening into what's being said, digesting what's being said or presented to you.
But sometimes I do miss them. Just a little.
Just a little while she glances downwards. And it's so soft spoken. The eye, like, oh my god, this. And then moving with a purpose. He has something to be. He needs to be there to comfort her. And you can tell because the sun and everything is almost going into like the frame within a frame again. But there is that rainbow right here because it's showing that there is hope. There is that meaningful impact on the other side, if that makes any sense at all.
I really want to.
Oh, did they do another focus pull? Everything is in focus right now. Right there. Yep. Because as soon as she started talking, this is her end goal. This is her super objective. She wants everything to stop. When it comes to a scene, every actor reads the scene. They have something called a super objective. That's the goal that they want to pursue and want to complete by the end of the scene. You have so many things that you try to do, so many things that you want to make sure that you can get done by the time you actually get there. That probably did not make any sense whatsoever, but I'm like, this shit got me so excited that I am at a loss for words.
Really want to end this vicious loop. I've already tried so many times.
So many. Wait, hold on.
I've already tried so many times.
Her face is like moving back and her head is like making that decision of moving back and forth. It's the instinct
I've already
of like counting how many times she's done this shit.
Tried so many times, but the outcome is
And
always
then
the same.
the focus went out of
But the
frame.
outcome is
Right there because it's showcasing the hands, trying to like come to grips with reality. She's doing the subconscious thing of like comforting herself with it.
always the same.
And then they're not showcasing her eyes at all, and the camera is it's a POV of Rover like glancing down at her at the moment.
Every time the lament struck,
And we haven't heard Rover almost speak at all during this whole time.
every time the lament struck, you moved toward Neon Tower, against the tide
And then the POV looking up because he has the power. It's the power dynamic. He's the one in control of the scene at the moment.
of fleeing citizens, knowing full well it was the
Wait, hold on. Wait,
of
her
fleeing
eyes.
citizens.
Okay. She's glancing around, taking everything in, not really paying attention to what he's saying, but listening to his words. Glancing around because we do this on a daily basis. We hear something, and then in our head we are thinking about it, and our eyes move around trying to like piece everything together.
Knowing full well it was the most dangerous place to be. You knew you couldn't save those who were already gone.
And then when he says that, her face adjusts to it, feeling sadness, and then subconsciously moves down just a little
And
bit.
still, you reached out. To the mother and daughter. To the injured young man. To me, when I first fell into this city. You knew that in this end.
The music, yeah, the music
resolute,
starts.
Saving someone didn't change a thing.
Yep.
But still, not once did you ignore a cry for help. So,
Oh, that's a really good shot right there. The more I look at this, because yes, I've studied this many times so far, but there are still things that I pick up on.
So
The music,
you appeared.
you appear, the way the light is shining, frame within a frame, not showing her face very much at all.
At a time no one should have. In the most dangerous place. Beneath the lament's shadow. It wasn't luck or coincidence.
Then the music hits.
The Sonora isn't fully sealed anymore. So Mika cracked it open. And from the moment we met, she glances into his eye, like, what? This is what you call over the shoulder. Glancing into the eye. Oh my fuck. the loop had already begun to loosen.
And then, oh, that is such a. I love that. Focuses off of him. Focuses on her.
which means there's a chance to break it completely. I'm willing to put my faith in you. Let's seize that chance.
Oh shit! Hold on, wait.
Break it completely. I'm willing to put my faith in you. Let's seize that chance together.
Okay, that. Let's see.
Seize that chance together.
Showcasing on her heart. It's almost as if it's hard for her, like she's not believing what she's hearing. We can't see the eyes. Those are blocked off, so it's all in our like imagination. It's like we're hearing something. We want it to be true, but we don't know if we can actually believe it to be true because it might be too good to be true, blah blah blah. She turns
Why
towards
would
him
you?
because she's asking. She wants it to be true. Her super objective by the end of the scene has been wanting him to be by her side for like everything until the very end. Her eyes say one thing, the way that she delivers it. Why would you? Like, it's her way of wanting to reach out, wanting to ask, but is too scared to even ask for it. The way that the eye, the little teardrop things or whatever, I can't think of what they're called. You usually have a bright light and then it hits, makes you look at the eye.
Because we're partners. Isn't it
POV shot, her glancing up at
only
him.
natural for me to trust you?
And then the way that he delivers that line.
Isn't it only natural for me to trust you?
Isn't it like it's to be comforting, to be exact? That it's a tactic of how you say the line. It's what she's been wanting to hear. And then you have the camera after that cutting back to her and pushing in with the reaction. And then it just, and then the acceptance, she knows that he knows what she wanted him to answer. That probably did not make any fucking sense at all, but I don't care. It makes me too happy to hear this. And then comic relief.
Passenger! I just confirmed Neon Tower's coordinates.
And then right here, the
Passenger! I just confirmed Neon Tower's coordinates.
it's nonverbal. And nonverbal stuff is it's a lot more difficult to convey what you're wanting to say without saying anything. She turns to Rover, basically asking him to help her with it. Okay. I know this is way long, but this is the type of shit that I love to do because I've been doing this for many, many years. If depending on how this video is accepted, I may do more. I may break down some more little things that I see, that I spot, yada yada. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and let me know. If you want me to break down more scenes or other different type of things, let me know. I can look into it. But yeah, I wanted to try something brand new. I've never done this before. And yeah, other than that, have a good one. I will see you in the next one.